Alright, everybody, we should be live for the latest episode of our show, Indie Increase, where we review and provide analysis on store pages submitted by indie developers. I'm, of course, Josh Placer, and joining me, my co-host from Nexus Games, Sharky.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
It is a hot one here. My allergies are flaring up, so I'm sure I'll be losing my voice several times.
You don't need your voice.
And we're going to start with
Alien Scumbags. And here we have a really interesting thumbnail. I think this is a pretty good one. The text really stands out. It is two unique fonts as part of it. You have the cartoon character that's pointing at it with that flash of light, really zeroing your eyes in on that the text logo.
Yeah. And it definitely, as you can tell, like, the gun is kind of like, your eye immediately goes to, like, the helmet, because, you know, it's very much like Halo. You see the gun down here, and that kind of sends your attention over to the title.
Yeah, you can see the triangle here, you know, kind of thing, like, you know, from the head down to the where the text, you know, meets, and then, you know, from the feet to where the text meet, and you can just, with the fire from the gun directing your eyes to there. So I think it's a pretty dang solid thumbnail.
Yeah, I think my only complaint or nitpick is that it's very hard to actually see the alien. You can see kind of like maybe like a tendril or a leg, like at the bottom left, but it's it's mostly being overshadowed by the scum.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is scum. So the scum is overshadowing the scum.
Yeah. Still, though, I think a pretty decent thumbnail.
Yeah, I think if they moved the alien up where it's a little bit easier to see, just a hair, you know, not even like
maybe like a centimeter almost.
Well, I mean, not a centimeter, but where, you know, maybe that tendril that's going up to the bee, you could actually see it on the inside of the bee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe just a hair, just so that you can see a little bit more of it, so it becomes more clear to what it is.
Hey, Dragon.
The issue with doing that, though, is you might draw the eye, you might screw up the triangle. So, you know, it's a little bit risky at the same time doing that.
Yeah. So I think thumbnail-wise, I'm thinking maybe solid B, maybe B+. What about you?
I was thinking a lot higher than that. I was thinking about an A-. Because it draws your eyes in all the important areas. It just doesn't have so much focus on the alien kind of thing.
I think my one issue is that the kind of the aesthetics make it like very hard to kind of like say to myself, you know, is this a high quality game? I think this just comes from all the thumbnails I've looked at on Keymailer and sites, where if the thumbnail has like a very, like, I don't want to say generic, but it's not like, when I'm looking at this, it's not like immediately going, oh my god, I need to check this game out. And I've seen this with a lot of indie thumbnails, that it just really just stops me from wanting to click on it.
Yeah. Alright. So you ready to go to the trailer?
Yeah, and headphone warning for those of you watching us for this one.
Listen up, maggot! We have lost contact with the ship Nostromi. The last communication received was over 48 hours ago. Around the same time as Yeti will bring your kids to work day. We need the best, but the best was not available.
You think the music matches?
No, not really. Not at all.
And Snake still hasn't found his way out of that damn cardboard box. We need you, Master Chef, with your
and it does feel a bit obnoxious.
It's time to kill some alien scumbags.
I think it's also distracting from the annoying voice.
Yeah. We got a call to action, but it doesn't tell where to call to. It says available now. and it's just a blank black screen. But it was a short trailer, and it felt shorter than it was, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to Laura's point, it does feel like memey, and I think, and as you said, they're going for like obnoxious as kind of like the tone for this game. Like it's supposed to be very edgy, very like '90s kind of marketing and feel to it, and I don't feel like that is a strong marketing push today.
Yeah. I mean, what was I supposed to say?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
It
I like
does.
that there's review scores, but the music doesn't match. It's actually drowning out the voice at one point. I couldn't really hear what he was saying.
Yeah, and the voice was really obnoxious.
And here's another big issue. The text that he's using for the trailer, it's very generic compared to the one that's used in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I
I
mean,
mean,
it's understandable why he would do that, because the fact is,
less work to
that's
redesign.
that's probably a custom font,
Yeah.
and so they only got those few letters to actually do.
Yeah. I mean, the advantage this one has over the last game is that I know what I'm getting for. I know what I'm getting with this one. Like, there's no confusion as to what this gameplay is going to be.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard to like give like an advice for this one other than a complete redesign, because the obnoxiousness, I think, I feel like the second the guy starts yelling, people are clicking off of this trailer.
Which is like the second that the trailer starts.
Yeah, like 5 seconds in. I mean,
Is it
it's
5
short.
seconds in? I thought it was like 1 second in or half a second in.
Up 2.5 seconds in. So, what do you think about the grade on this one?
It's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the D range again. I'm just not sure where I would place it. I
I
mean,
think I might give it a C minus.
mm,
But it's going to have to be. They're going to have to get rid of that voice. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And they're going to have to. Well, yeah, it's hard because like it does so many things right. Like it's a short trailer. It
Mm-hmm.
it it's very clear what it does. Explains the gameplay very well. It it does all that. It also feels a lot shorter than it is, but the voiceover is just really annoying and grating.
And the music just not matching.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stick with my D plus. I don't feel like it does enough
To get
to
a C
push it into the
minus.
C range for me. Yeah. So screenshots, some of them were, I think, in the trailer, or like specific scenes were in the trailer that were cut for the screenshots, but not like one. It's not like 100% match for some of these. Like the one number, what is that? Number 5.
Number
Like you
three
did,
too. Number
yeah.
3 and 5 feel close and similar enough to what was in the trailer that it feels like the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're technically the same, but it's close enough that it feels like it is.
Mm-hmm.
Are there items established for the tier system? What do you mean? Like for what we grade them?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I mean, but a lot of the screenshots are, I think, unique. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Just 2 of them are not unique enough.
Yeah.
Not anything specific. That's sort of just our overall thoughts of that thing. And the thing is one minor thing can turn something down drastically in the grade. Depending on what that is.
So, screenshots, I'm thinking maybe high C, low B? What about you?
Yeah. I'm thinking B minus.
Yeah. I think I would be fine with a B minus.
The thing is, there can't. The only way to do explicit rules would be to make the grades inaccurate at that point. Because it's like I mean, we have a few explicit rules. If all the screenshots are the same as the trailer, then you have no screenshots and you're an F. Thing.
All right, so here's a little fun quiz for those of you watching this. The last game was priced at $4.99. I have not scrolled down yet, I think, on this page yet.
I have.
Well, there goes. Well, you got the answer already to Shark's side. But for those of you watching on my side, how much do you think this game is priced at? From the trailer to the thumbnail and the screenshots.
Well, Orgordo's in both, so does that mean it's half cheating?
Yeah. All right. So let's take a look. It is $9.
Which is a really odd price.
So the question is, do you see $9 worth of content from this trailer and screenshots?
Not really.
Yeah. And I was going to assume it was like in the $5 to $6 range myself. So let's see what we have here. So we have, looks like just a image here.
Are they about this
very
game?
blurry image in the about this game.
It looks very JPEG.
Like, if you look at the bottom, the one below that one, it looks like there's far more detail, or at least enough that it's not as striking to me.
What it is it feels like the top one is JPEG, where the bottom one is PNG. Like, so like the bottom one is like, what you'd actually see in the game, and the top one is just like somebody saved the file as the wrong type, and it distorted it through compression.
Also, I'm seeing some spelling and grammar mistakes in the first paragraph. Also, why is, unfortunately, and there's all that space. Like, I think he may have hit tab a few too many times there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the ship Notre Dame.
That's where you come in.
It's not where the text came in, that's for sure.
Alright, search it. That's where the hell that waits you. So let's see, key features. So it's organized, but no blue text.
Key features should have definitely been in blue text, and probably run, hide, kill in blue text too.
No GIFs.
Yep, none. No banners.
And I think this should be a basic rule for any developers watching. If you have an action game, you need to have GIFs.
I think you need to have GIFs no matter what. Action game or not, but yeah, as an action game, you need to have more.
Yeah. Because if you're trying to sell somebody on the gameplay, you have high stakes gameplay right there. Like, you can't exactly do high stakes menuing in a strategy game. Although, unless you make that UI very explosive, you click sword and the whole screen explodes.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
What if you click start and the whole thing explodes in neons?
Yeah. But yeah, for something like this, you need GIFs. You need to convey to somebody, why should I play this game?
Yeah, and it's just not here really. There's no GIFs.
Yeah, and the one image, text, and then another image, it looks very kind of like haphazard.
Mm-hmm. And like
And
the images really don't make any sense either, because I don't even know what I'm looking at here, because there's blood going everywhere in one, and there's a red and a blue thing here, and I have no idea what they do.
Yeah. And to Ali's comment about it feels so cheap, yeah, and that's unfortunately what we see from a lot of indie developers when their store pages suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So we're ready to go on to the title card?
Oh, we have to give this a grade
yeah.
first.
So
I'm thinking D range, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just solid D. What do you think?
I'm thinking solid D. I was thinking D minus, but I was like, there's some structure here.
Yeah, like D minus F would be like nothing. Just maybe like one small paragraph of text and nothing else to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so title card. You have action. You have indie.
Could probably use adventure.
Yeah.
There's probably something else I could use too.
Arcade, maybe?
Yeah, arcade.
Let's see. So we have a website. We have Twitter. We have YouTube.
Yeah, that really down good. But Monster Finger Games, is that the... Okay, that's developer and publisher.
Yeah. So this is definitely from a small studio.
Self-publishing.
Yeah. I mean, not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, other than just throwing maybe one more genre tag here, there's nothing else I would really change or want to add.
Yeah. Or two genre tags. What are you thinking? A minus? B plus?
Yeah, maybe B plus, A minus. Again, though, for those of you watching, this is one of this point doesn't affect your score as much. So unfortunately, getting a high grade here doesn't really elevate everything else.
Yeah.
So
overall, I mean, it's got a pretty solid thumbnail. The trailer is decent. Screenshots are decent.
But everything
else
page
is pretty bad, and the title card is pretty dang good.
But the problem, I think, is that the trailer, like, everything does not give this game, I think, a high quality look to it. And like what Ollie said, like, this looks like one of the, like, a game that you would get for maybe like $2.99, like something that, more on the lower end of it, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I think as of the store page design itself, I don't know, I'm thinking C plus.
Yeah. Again, the thumbnail is solid. And I think that will at least get somebody to possibly click on this page. But I feel the second that trailer, the guy starts screaming, they're going to click right off of it.
Most people will.
Yeah. I think I'll give it C minus for me.
Right.
Like, I feel like there's not exactly, things done wrong here, but I feel like there's things that are like detractors for the store page. So 2 games that I think hurt in terms of just presenting themselves, and I think a good light.
Yeah, so make sure, everybody, you go down into the description, smash the like buttons, lick the smash buttons and whatnot. Join our Discord, subscribe to both of our channels.
And get in touch about submissions, because we are always looking for some. While these shows are held live around 3:30 on Thursdays.
On my channel, one of the special things is I have our dev streams where you can come and watch me make our game. Yeah, continue.
And of course, we have developer interviews and game showcases here. that is going to do it for this week. Let us know what you think of the games in the comments down below. If you'd like to take a look at one of your titles where we have one submission for next week, definitely reach out. And yeah, that will do it. So, with all that said, come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where some of the art and science of games. And until next time, take care.
See ya.